Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to do a little draw with me session on the iPad using Procreate, and I'm just going to be chatting with you as I go. So I actually put up a poll on my YouTube and this was the video with the most votes, so I do hope that you enjoy it. I started off by making myself an English tea. I'd already had 2 coffees and I couldn't find the little stirrer thing for my matcha, so tea it was. I don't usually drink it, but it was actually quite nice and it reminds me of being in England because I used to drink tea all the time when I was back there. So I'm sitting down on the sofa with my iPad today and Cookie is all snuggled up to me as always. And just a little heads up, the lighting isn't the best in this part of the video and the angles are a little bit off to me. I just felt like sitting on the sofa though to sketch instead of setting everything up properly on my desk. But don't worry, because from the 3rd hairstyle onwards I do decide to screen record everything, so you will be able to see it a lot clearer soon. I also added in a little bonus sketch at the end of another girl that I drew because this video ended up being a little shorter than I expected. But one of the things I love about drawing on the iPad is how easy it is to just pick it up and draw wherever you want. Then you don't have to set up all your paints and your colours, everything is just right there in the app. So earlier today I actually took Cookie down to the beach and it was a really nice day actually. It reached like 19 degrees and it was really sunny and it was lovely considering that we're in winter here in Australia. It was a pretty good day and I actually can't wait to buy a house with my partner soon. We're actually going to buy a house and we're looking to go down towards the beach. At the moment it's a bit of a long drive, but being closer to the beach means I'll probably be able to go every single day if I wanted to and see sunrises and sunsets, and honestly that is like the dream. Anyway, once I got home I was feeling really inspired to draw some cute hairstyles. I was scrolling through Pinterest for some reference ideas, which is one of my favourite ways to get inspired. I get so drawn to sketching hair and eyes the most. These are like my favourite things to draw, which is probably why I end up doing so many portraits. Second to that though is fashion girls. I just love seeing cute outfits and so they really inspire me as well. I'd love to know what you get inspired by the most. Let me know in the comments. But I could honestly scroll on Pinterest for hours. Like, I've made so many folders over time. I'll actually leave a link to my Pinterest in the description if you fancy having a browse or checking out any of my reference boards. Also, a little brush recommendation for you. I've been obsessed with actually using one of my own brushes that I custom made. It's called the Butter Brush and it's what I've been using for all of these sketches in this video today. You can actually grab it on its own or as a part of like my sketch pack of 6 brushes. I'll leave the link below in case you want to check it out. I use it for like all my girl portraits now. It's so soft and smooth. I'm like genuinely obsessed. So now I'm sharing my screen recording. I don't know about you, but I always get a bit torn between using screen records and filming myself actually drawing on the iPad. I feel like it's when you watch a screen record it's so much clearer and you can see properly all the details, but at the same time it kind of takes away that cozy real life drawing vibe because you can't see my hand anymore, you know? It's a hard choice honestly. Let me know which one you prefer in the comments. I'd love to hear what you think. Also, I'm drawing braids again for this girl. I actually had to switch it up after this because I kept noticing I kept wanting to sketch the girls with braids. But I really like this girl's hair and I'm quite happy with how the sketch turned out. Also, I wanted to share a little life update while we're here because I'm so happy about it. But the other weekend I finally got my Australian passport. I feel so grateful to actually be living here and like have my own Australian passport. Like, if you told me 10 years ago, like I feel like everyone says this, but I wouldn't have believed you that I'd be living here in Australia. I could never even thought I would be able to visit this place, let alone now I'm a citizen. And it looks so cool. It's actually a blue colour rather than the red one that I had from the UK. I'd love to know if anyone else watching this also is from the UK but lives in Australia. Leave a comment below and let me know. So, seeing as we are drawing hair in this video, I thought I would mention a couple of tips that I've learned along the way about drawing hair. The first thing is you want to focus on the larger shapes and sections of the hair. It's amazing how helpful that is when it comes to drawing anything that you want. It's so easy when you break it down into shapes. It really brings the whole picture together. And it's like with hair, I also break that down into shapes. I also don't draw every single strand of hair. I always like less is more, I think, and the less lines you can have sometimes actually look better, especially if you're drawing a stylized kind of drawing, I guess. And then I think you can just add more detail and bring it to life with the colour and the highlights and everything at the end. But adding too many lines, it can just make it look a bit too busy or messy. I also love playing around with line weight, using thicker lines for the main hair shapes and then little thin lines for like little flyaway bits, and just to bring in a little bit more texture. This just helps the hair like look a bit more alive and like it has more character to it. And if you're doing line art, I usually do thicker lines to bring hair forward and thinner lines to make the hair appear like it's behind another part of the hair, if that makes sense. Which I could probably do like a whole video on. It might be a bit easier to explain it and show it in a video, but yeah, it just comes with a lot of practice with hair. And obviously there's so many types of hair and different hairstyles that you can draw. It does take a long time to really get used to it, and in a specific style that you enjoy as well. So just keep going with your drawings and keep on practicing. And I really hope that you've enjoyed watching these sketches that I've done today. Let me know in the comments which one's your favourite. But yeah, that is about it from me. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you on my next video. Bye!